Praise the Lord. Welcome again to our Wednesday 15 minutes podcast. Remember that we started this series of teaching on Monday, and this is the second series in the series on the subject investment, how to make a fortune. Investment, how to make a fortune. Now we took our text from Matthew 25, 14 to 30. Reading from the Passion Translation. And from that Passion Translation, we saw that what we're going to be reading here is kingdom-like. Because Jesus said in that parable, again, heaven's kingdom is like. So this is kingdom-like. Now we discovered there that we're talking about a businessman who have a team. I don't want to use the language servants, but I want to use the language who has a team. He has his team. So you see, business is kingdom-like. A successful businessman should have a working team. You see, business can double your money. Profession cannot double your money. Any money as salary cannot double your money. It can't double your money. We have seen it here. And you see, bank cannot double your money. Bank can only give you interest. We saw it in our text, in our Monday 15 minutes podcast. Hallelujah. So we saw in that place that the man has a team, and those who traded doubled their money. But the one that did nothing came out with nothing. So he was a businessman, and we saw that he grows rich on the back of others. Now, I'm going to be opening investment to you. I'm going to be opening investment to you. And these are some things you need to understand about investment, which is what we're going to be teaching now in the next set of series. Okay, number one thing, the first thing I want you to begin to pick from here is this. Wealth, like every other thing, can be multiplied. If you're a professional, a builder, an architect, a graphic designer, you earn money. Have this understanding that your money can be multiplied like any other thing on earth. That is, like you multiply a bag of beans or rice. When you have beans and you put them into soil, you cultivated the soil and you put beans inside it. You can put in probably 1 cup of beans. At harvest, you may have about 4 bags of beans. That's multiplication. Even like you multiply your flock from 1 female animal and 1 male animal. You understand that? You have a male animal, you have a female animal. You allow them to be crossing each other. After some time, you discover that your flock has multiplied. Money also can be multiplied like that. Money, like any other commodity too, can be multiplied in the soil called investment. Can be multiplied. So you should never be poorer than the amount of money that you have ever touched in your life. As a professional or as a salary earner, if you work with this knowledge that money, like every other commodity in life, can be multiplied and should be multiplied. Money, like every other commodity, was multiplied in that parable that we read in that Matthew 25. I will read verses 15 and 17 and then 20 and 22. Now, the Bible said, before he left on his journey, he entrusted a bag of 5,000 gold coins to one of his servants, to another a bag of 2,000 gold coins, and to the third a bag of 1,000 gold coins, each according to his ability to manage. Now, the one entrusted with 5,000 gold coins immediately went out and traded. Did you see that? Traded with the money. and he doubled his investment. He doubled his investment. In the same way, the one who was entrusted with 2,000 gold coins traded with the sum and likewise doubled his investment. Verse 20 says, the one who was entrusted with 5,000 gold coins came and brought 10,000, saying, see, I have doubled your money. Verse 22 says, then the one who had been entrusted with 2,000 gold coins came in and said, see, my master, I have doubled what you have entrusted to me. Did you see that? That happens through trading. That happens through trading. They do not earn the double by being professionals. They did not double the money as salary earners. That only happens through investment or through trading. So you see, money can be multiplied. Money can be multiplied. Like you multiply beans, like you multiply your animal, you can always also multiply what you earn. You can also multiply what you earn by reinvesting it. Until you learn investment, you will not be doubling money. Investment have advantage over a professional or a job. Over a profession or job. Being a professional or having a job does not multiply you, but investment does. Investment is better than being a professional or having a good job. Now we have seen it there. They went and traded. They doubled the income. Now that can happen to you as a professional. If you're a professional, after you have delivered and they pay you 1 million, listen to me, that 1 million naira, like we saw with the third servant, will not multiply itself if you keep it in your house, because that's what the other servant did. That's what the other servant did. You know, it's strange. You heard the servant said, I dug the ground and hid your money. Yeah, that is the way people do in those days. Since they are afraid to carry their money to bank, people still do it today. There are some people who don't take their money to bank. They have a safe in their house. That's where they save their money. But some people carry their money to bank, put it in a savings account, so that at least they can have some small interest on top of it. So that was what that servant did. So meaning that if you earn money as a salary, you bring it to the house and keep it on your table, that money is not going to increase, it will decrease as you begin to spend it. So that's what happened to that servant that said, I dug the ground and put it inside. So you see, God was teaching us about how we should relate to money as Christians, as believers. So what Christ was telling us in that parable is that believers should go into trading. Believers should go into investment. Believers who want to be rich, should have a working team. Now, when you have a working team, you will see some other things that I'm going to be exposing in this series of teaching. When you have a working team, you see what happens in your life. But the bottom line is this: you will always double your income. You will always double your income until you come into investment. You will not start doubling money. You will always go broke. You always go broke. Earning money and keeping it in the house doesn't grow money. If peradventure you put it in the bank, you have small interest on top of it. But do you know what? If you learn to trade with your money, if you learn to trade with what you earn as a professional, if you learn to trade with what you earn as a salary earner, wow, you will always double money. You will always double money. So that is number one thing I want you to get. Now let me get into the second thing to show you why investment is better than being a professional or having a good job. Rich people don't work for money. Rich people don't work for money. Now, people thought when you work for money, you become rich. You will never become rich working for money. You will never become rich working for money. You will never become rich working for money. In this parable, we will notice that rich people don't work for money, but rather money work for them through investment. I'm going to be explaining that deeper when I come to talk about time. But listen to me. People who are counted rich in our society and people who are stinkingly rich in our society, you will see the name of salary earners as the richest people in the world. Not even professionals. Listen to me. Every rich person that is stinkingly rich, they don't work for money. So rich people don't work for money, but rather money work for them through investment, creating jobs for professionals and job seekers, like you can see here in that Matthew 25:14. Again, heaven's kingdom is like a wealthy man. It's like a wealthy man. In verse 14, the Passion Translation, is like a wealthy man who went on a long journey and summoned all his trusted servants and assigned his financial management over to them. Verse 19 says, after much time had passed, the master returned to settle accounts with his servants. Did you see? He had servants who made him rich while he just went on a journey. The one who was entrusted with 5,000 gold coins came and brought 10,000, saying, see, I have doubled your money. I have doubled your money. Then the one, verse 20, then the one who had been entrusted with 2,000 gold coins came in and said, see, my master, I have doubled what you have entrusted to me. This wealthy man did not work for his money. His servant made him richer while he was on a holiday. In fact, the third servant confirmed it in that Matthew 25:24. In that Matthew 25:24, he said, then the one who had been entrusted with 1,000 gold coins came to his master and said, look, sir, I know that you are a hard man to please, and you are a shrewd and ruthless businessman who grows rich on the backs of others. He said, rich men don't really work for money. If you really want to be rich, I listen to me now, you must bring yourself to a point in life where you no longer work for money. Look at verse 26 and 27. But his master said to him, you are an untrustworthy and lazy servant. If you knew I was a shrewd and ruthless businessman who always makes a profit, why didn't you deposit my money in the bank? Then I would have received it all back with interest when I returned. Oh, he was angry with his boss that is always reaping where he had not sown or gather where he has not strawed. And this is possible through investment. So most rich men don't work in the establishment where they pick up multi checks from. That is called investment. This is the second advantage of investment over a job or profession. Investment give you room to attend to many things like going to holiday. With professionalism or profession and job do not allow you to go. So investment is better than profession or keeping a job. Did you get that now? It's better than keeping a job or being a professional. So listen to me. Rich men don't work for money. So if your goal and your target and aspiration in life is to become a rich man, then it means that your goal and your target should be to come to a place in your life where you no longer work for money. Do you know what? I've just run out of time right now. So in our Friday 15-minute podcast, we will continue exactly from where we stopped today. God bless you. From me here, I want to tell you that Jesus Christ is Lord.